Hello my darlings and happy Halloween. I hope you're all doing incredibly well on the best day of the year. I will take absolutely no other opinions on that, okay? It's spooky, it's cute, it's horrifying. I'm not talking about my face, I'm talking about Halloween. Honestly, I did the absolute most and I should not have, because I just know my face is going to be stained red for about 5 days after this, so heavy duty concealer is going to be needed. But it's so worth it to look like a somewhat vampire. I don't know what I was trying to do here. I did the most and I don't think it worked out to be the most, you know? Like, I should have maybe stopped 20 minutes before I actually stopped. You know, when you just keep adding on and you're like, yeah, this looks great. Yeah. Oh, it's getting worse. So in today's video, it's the last day of my 5-day streak of Tattoo Enthusiast reacts to tattoo TikToks, because this is my absolute favourite series to do and it's my favourite time of year. Mash them all together, bing bang bong, party time, right? Anyway, before I start nattering on even more about stuff we do not care about, I'm just going to put my headphones on. Do vampires wear headphones? Probably not. This keeps gaping open like I'm exposing myself to the absolute elements right now. Okay, are you sitting comfortably? Are you cozy? Do you have your snacks and your beverages? Because if not, Cozy Demon will come after you. Okay, I'll send her right on over to you.
In this head-to-head, you will have 1 hour to tattoo a photorealistic back.
Oh my
The
god.
back is one of the toughest places to tattoo. It's all made of skin, which gets irritated when you tattoo it. If my camera taps out on me, I may as well be packing my bag. Your time starts now. If you tap out
Oh
on
my
me now,
god,
I will
why
hold
is
you
this
down
so
until the
accurate?
tattoo's finished.
Is he allowed to say that?
I got 10 years under my belt. If Hot Rod Mickey thinks he can beat me in a photorealistic challenge, hey, he's got another thing coming.
Time's up, machines down, no more rain.
Hey, nice work, bro.
Alright, Hot Rod Mickey, tell us what happened here. I pulled clean lines, my camera's out like a rock. Overall, I'm happy with how it came. The lines are so jagged, I can't even tell what I'm looking at. Where's your outline?
We're 10 weeks in, and Hot Rod Mickey still isn't doing outlines. Has he been listening to a thing the judges have been saying?
Sugar Cherry Jerry, please step forward. This tattoo is gorgeous. The outline,
Why is
the
this
colors
so
are packed in
accurate?
there. This is what tattooing's all about. Nice job, man. I've got to go with Sugar Cherry Jerry. My vote's also for Sugar Cherry Jerry. It's decided. Hot Rod Mickey, you do not have what it takes to be the next Ink Master. What's this happen?
This is literally what Ink Master is like. Like, you don't need to watch any episodes. That TikTok is enough to just show you what it's like. And it's the same every single episode. I don't know if the new season has mixed it up at all, because there is a new season. I haven't watched it yet. So I don't know if it's any different, because I know they did like quite a bit of a revamp or whatever. Revamp. Vampire. Ooh. But yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to be the exact same. This is one of those tattoo machine needle situation that reminds me of a lawnmower. Like, there is no need for this. I mean, I know it gets the job done quicker and more efficiently, but it's terrifying. Look at the size of that. I would run out of the freaking tattoo studio so quickly. That is terrifying. Like, I don't mind watching getting tattooed or anything like that. Like, it doesn't bother me. I don't get squeamish or queasy, or, you know, I don't feel like I'm gonna faint or whatever. But I feel like that would make me that person. Like, I'll just look at it and be like, ugh. No. Are you kidding me? I am deceased in more ways than one because of this. There is so many things to dissect. First of all, the spin. Alright, there's a time and a place for spitting, okay, if you're into that kind of thing. I don't want to kink shame, alright? But on a fresh tattoo, on a fresh open wound, that is not the time or place for a little bit of spitting, okay? That wasn't even a little bit. I'm sorry, that was a big old gob full of spit on that person's fresh. Do I dare say it? This is probably the worst TikTok I've seen so far in this whole series, because that is just disgusting. There is absolutely no reason why anyone should be doing that. I don't care if it's for fun or it's for a TikTok. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. No, I am not allowing this. No. Ugh, that is disgusting. I am shooketh. I don't even care about the conditions that they're tattooing in, which is, you know, gloveless, unsanitized. Like that compared to the spin is clean and okay in my opinion. Just no. Ugh. Traumatized. No, I kind of want to retire after that. Okay, I've reacted to that before in the last one that I did.
$6,000 to $10,000.
Average. Oh, I see what's happening here. So that says my prices are based on my talent, not your budget. 100%. I agree with that whole freaking heartedly. Tattoo artists have the absolute right to charge whatever they want because they have so many things that they have to accommodate, whether that is paying for the booth that they are working in, like they rent a chair or what have you, travel, time that is spent drawing up your tattoos or tattoo, the equipment that they use, you know, needles, machines, cartridges, inks, they're all incredibly expensive if you get the good, decent stuff, of course, because I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, it's cheap on Amazon, can't they just use that? No, absolutely not. Things are expensive, okay? Like, food's getting more and more expensive, electricity, heating, all of that. It's not cheap anymore to survive, okay? And tattoos are a luxury item. Now, if you are obviously wanting to start a tattoo and, you know, financially it's a bit tight, you can just explain that to a tattoo artist. They will 100% understand. If you just say to them, hey, can I do my tattoo in sessions just because that will help me financially? You are so okay to do something like that, okay? I'm sure if the artist had a problem with that, they would just say anyway, but I feel like, especially in this climate, the majority of tattoo artists who are self-employed, nobody knows the struggle financially more than a self-employed person, okay? They will completely understand. I got my face tattooed in Fort Lauderdale and 3 days later it fell off my face. What? How does that even happen? Okay, I have some theories, but oh, that's quite terrifying. I don't know how that can even happen. What? That must have been that's got to be like the tattoo artist's fault, right? I don't know how a tattoo could heal that badly within 3 days. Was it 3 days? There's no way. Yeah, 3 days later, it fell off my face. I've never seen that in my whole entire life. Like, obviously, I've seen when the tattoos have healed, you know, it can get a bit patchy, some line work can fall out here and there, but I've never seen a whole tattoo fall off someone's face before. How does that even happen? It's got to be to do with the art. It's not going deep enough, maybe. The type of ink used. It could be down to aftercare as well, but my goodness, that's quite terrifying. These have been some terrifying TikToks already. It's very on brand for Halloween, but I'm quite scared. PSA, aftercare is important. I used an expired bottle of numbing cream on this 3-day-old tattoo. What? And it got infected and it went septic. Sleeping at the hospital. Okay, why are you putting on numbing cream 3 days after the tattoo's done? That's a new one. I've never heard of anyone doing that before. Like, I get tattoos suck, they hurt, and the first few days after getting tattooed also sucks and hurts, but it's not as painful as, you know, getting the tattoo or what have you. Just don't be putting numbing cream on a 3-day-old tattoo. Like, numbing cream is very thick and it's very, very heavy. It's not good for a 3-day-old tattoo. Okay, it's okay to use it during the tattooing process or whatever, because you put it on, leave it on for a bit, wipe it off, and it's not there anymore. Like, on a 3-day-old tattoo. Ugh, gross. And then, yeah, okay, like, I feel sorry for this person, even though they probably did a very stupid move there. This is just proof that, you know, you can get sepsis with tattooing. Scratching an itch, then realising it's a new tattoo. Oh, I can't even tell you the amount of times I've done this. If I said this has never happened to me, it would be the biggest lie I've ever told. Because 100%, I always say, you shouldn't scratch your new tattoos, don't pick at them, etc. That being said, sometimes you just forget. Okay, it's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you. As long as you realise what you're doing eventually, and then you stop and then, you know, try not to do it again, that's fine. I mean, I've woken up scratching a tattoo many times. You know, when it's in that dry, scabby, itchy phase, I've woken up and I'm scratching, not thinking about what's happening or what I'm doing, and then like the pain kind of sets in. You're like, oh my god, what am I doing? How stupid can I be? But it happens to the best of us, okay?
My mentor said that this would be the closest thing to tattooing cellulite.
Interesting. So it looks like a chicken breast, right? I mean, this is a cool technique. Okay. I mean, sure, whatever helps you to practice on different types of skin, go for it. It's a bit weird, but I guess it helps. I mean, they're going incredibly fast, but sure. Is this real? I feel like I took this very seriously. Yeah, I took this really seriously, but I'm like, that ending made me think, is that a joke? Have I just been pranked? New series, removing
guys,
a tattoo
today we're
a
gonna
day.
figure out how to use this tattoo removal machine.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
Be careful where you point that thing. I almost...
Oh my god. So I've reacted to this person tattooing themselves quite a few times throughout my TikTok series, but the fact that this person has somehow managed to get a tattoo removal machine and now they're gonna like remove all their tattoos, like, I don't want to say I told you so about regretting them or anything, but like cute little cat paw.
Okay, so I'm supposed to use these glasses,
Goggles.
but there's no holes
Yeah.
in them, so I can't see.
This is
So
because
I'm
you
gonna
should be
not
doing
have
this
to
to
wear glasses
yourself. Oh no, the chaos.
You're not even close to the skin.
Oh, it's supposed to be touching?
Wait,
I forgot.
How long
They don't even know what they're doing. This is so dangerous.
On the other fucking side.
Oh my god. Just do it.
How?
You keep moving.
No.
Move.
You don't... Ow! Yeah, so I decided I'm not gonna continue doing that. And I'll just leave my tattoos how they are.
Wingardium Leviosa.
The fact that someone can just buy a tattoo removal machine scares the living daylights out of me. Like, I think is that worse than tattooing yourself, having the access to that? Because, oh my gosh, you could do some serious damage to your skin if you don't know what you're doing with those machines. What is happening today? I want to get off this planet. Female tattooist problems. Oh. I think I've accidentally done this a few times. Obviously not on purpose. It's just, it happens. All right. It's one of those things. You do have to be in awkward positions. And then you sometimes accidentally do touch the tattoo artist in places you probably don't want to. All you can do is say sorry, or should I move my hand, or just kind of ignore it. I don't know. Okay, we've got someone doing artwork. Inspire. Oh, here we go. Wear gloves, bro. I'm not gonna, but you should for sure. I hate this. Like, you're aware that you're doing something wrong here, and you just carry on doing it. I mean, yeah, that's terrible. At first I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. But, you know, like, if the line work was a little bit thicker, a bit more darker, it would be okay. But no, I'm giving this a -10 just because of everything involved. I think you should just leave it alone, to be honest. Let's just leave that alone. Just don't touch it again. Don't tattoo yourself again either.
I recently had the tattoo experience from hell, so let's talk about it.
Okay.
For my birthday, my sister offered to get me a tattoo. So she makes an appointment, and me, her, and my daughter go to the tattoo shop. As soon as I get there, I realize that they are definitely talking down to me and like 100% think I'm a child. Kind of something you face as a young mom is they definitely didn't think my daughter was mine. They thought that we were probably both my sister's daughters. But I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'm here for my tattoo, just get my tattoo and get out, you know? So then I meet with my tattoo artist and I explain to him what I want to get. So content-wise, this is what I wanted to get. I wanted to get this word in this font. Placement and style-wise, though, I wanted it similar to Hailey Bieber's tattoo, except I wanted it a little bit higher up to, like, hide it behind my ear and my hair a little bit more, but I wanted it super tiny, super fine line, okay? So I tell this to the tattoo artist, and he immediately is like, not gonna work. He explained to me that he couldn't get the tattoo that small because he wanted the cursive to be like legible over time, which I totally understood. So I told him, you know, well, if it's a teeny tiny bit bigger, I don't really mind. I just kind of want it hidden behind my ear. And this man is really not having it. He tried to convince me to get the word written across my entire forearm, which is not the style of tattoos I want at all. And the tattoo that I showed him was like this big on someone's hand. So finally I convinced him, I'm like, hey, can you just draw up as small as you can get it and we can just see what it looks like? And he's like reluctantly like, okay, sure. So he goes and he draws it up, and as he's putting the stencil on my neck, he again starts to talk me out of my tattoo. Because he's doing his job. Like, you know, your neck is really supposed to be like the last thing you tattoo, and I don't really see that you have a lot of tattoos, and I'm just not really sure why you want to get something like this. And I just like laugh it off because like, what are you gonna say at that point? I'm just like, okay, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, I'm not like plastered in tattoos. And so he finally finishes, and this is what is on my neck. Sir, first of all, it's absolutely huge. But it's legible. You're lying if you're telling me you can't get it any smaller than that. I mean, he could, but it would be shit in 5 years. The G is literally like cut off in my hairline, and it's so wonky. It's so wonky. And so I start asking him, you know, is there any way you can like make it smaller? Can you like change the angle, etc.? And he's just rolling his eyes at me. He then proceeds to tell me that he doesn't want to give me that tattoo because I seem really unsure of myself. And I told him, I'm not unsure of myself. I'm going to get this eventually, whether it's from you or someone else. I'm unsure because look at it. This man literally started bullying me and was like, well, saying you're eventually going to do something and actually doing it are very different. I'm so sorry, but you're gonna have to go to part 2. Oh, do we really have to listen to more? Like, okay, let me just give my thoughts and opinions on this. Like, I'm so on the tattoo artist side. I'm sorry, but listen to a tattoo artist. If they're saying this is too small, this is not going to be legible, guess who knows more than any of us? It's the tattoo artist, because they've been doing this. They are trained to do this. They have seen tattoos heal over time. I cannot understand the ignorance. Like, if a tattoo, I always listen to a tattoo artist. If they're like, oh, we won't be able to do this, or can we change this because it's not going to be legible, or I'm just going to change this a little bit just to make sure it looks better, I'm always like, yes, that's fine, because I want a decent tattoo. I want to listen to the professional because they know what they're talking about. Okay? Like, why is this so hard to understand? Like, you see all these celebrities getting these tiny micro tattoos that are literally unreadable to start off with. I couldn't even read what Hailey Bieber's tattoo was. I didn't even know she had one there because it's so small. And guess what? Celebrities have all the money in the world. So they will pay these extremely bougie, expensive tattoo artists, which in my opinion, for the most part, is a scam. I'm talking about, you know, the tattoo studios like Bang Bang in New York and all of that, right, that charge like 2, 3, 4K for a tiny tattoo that's going to look like garbage in 5 years' time. Thing is, with celebrities, they have the money to do this. They also have the money for laser. Okay? Because when that tattoo will look like crap, with peace and love to Hailey Bieber, I'm sure she's lovely, she has the money to get that lasered off like that. Easy mode. People don't understand. Oh, my head hurts. Like, I've got a literal headache from the stress of this. Like, how can you not? Like, I understand it's a bit disappointing when an artist looks out for you and you're not going to get the result that you wanted, but you will thank that tattoo artist down the line. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm in the wrong for thinking this, okay? But
I don't know, I would just trust what the tattoo artist is saying. There is another side to this that is, you know, at the end of the day, it's their body. They can do what they want with it. If they want this tiny tattoo that's going to be unreadable within 2 years' time, sure. But they will be the first one to complain and blame the tattoo artist when that happens. They will be the first ones to point fingers and say, my tattoo looks terrible because of the tattoo artist. Because at the end of the day, we as clients do not put the tattoos on ourselves. So therefore, if something goes wrong, it's the tattoo artist's fault, right? So tattoo artists will always say, no, sorry, I can't do that because it's going to look like rubbish, to save themselves from a bad reputation, to stop them looking like they're incapable of doing their job. Because as soon as a client is upset, they will badmouth the tattoo artist instantly. Even if a tattoo artist is like, no, sorry, this isn't going to look good, and then you're like, oh no, please, can you still do it? And then they do it. You're still going to badmouth that tattoo artist, even if you've been warned. So I'm sorry, I'm with the tattoo artist on this one. They did the correct thing. And yeah, let's see what part 2 is saying.
Part 2 of my horrific tattoo experience. So we left off with my tattoo artist putting this on my neck. I swear this looks worse, like, every time I look at it. I kept asking him if there was, like, things that he could do to change it, to make it look better, and he just would not.
He's doing his job.
And he knew that it looked bad. Like, he knew, like, putting it on my, like, he was pointing out all the flaws in it, about the way that it was put on, the writing, etc. Which is when it became painfully obvious to me that he was doing it bad on purpose because he didn't want to give me this tattoo. He went as far as to tell me, you know, I'm not a life coach, so I'm not trying to sit here and coach you on your life and your decisions, but, you know, this is a really horrible area to get a tattoo removed. Like, I just want you to start, like, thinking about your future. He is literally acting like I was trying to, like, get a penis tattooed on my face. Like, sir, I wanted a tattoo this big, like, hidden behind my ear. I don't know, like, you don't have to consult me on my life decisions. Like, I'm not, like, a hoodlum child. Like, I'm a 23-year-old woman. I had so much anxiety in that tattoo shop just because everyone in there made me feel so unwelcome and so uncomfortable that finally I was like, you know what? Just take it off me. I'm not gonna get it. There you go. Not gonna get it. Take it off. And honestly, under any other circumstance, I would have just left, but my sister had already put a deposit down for me to get something, so I was like, I have something else small that I can get instead. So I show him this, and I'm like, just give me some the angel numbers that I've been wanting to get, like, on my arm, okay? He looks at it and he goes, oh, that's much better for you. Okay. And while he's giving me a said tattoo, he confirms that he thought I was like a child, because he told me, you know, I just got all of my tattoos when I was like 13 and I regretted all of them. I regretted every single tattoo I got when I was young, and I just, like, don't want to put you through that. Sir, if you can't do fine line small tattoos, just say that. Don't make this about me. Baby, this is about you. But alas, he gave me this tattoo, and he charged me $130 for it.
Okay, there's so many things to dissect. It does sound like the tattoo artist is a little bit of an a-hole, very much projecting. I can understand where he's coming from, just to be like, hey, like, be careful about what you get tattooed on you, because, you know, it's a permanent decision. I totally understand that, but I've also never had a tattoo artist tell me that. I've never gone to an appointment and had an artist be like, oh, are you sure you want to do this because you might regret it? Like, no, I'm here to pay you because I want it. So that whole thing is very red flaggy to me. I will give them the benefit of the doubt for that, because that doesn't sit right with me at all. But to me, it just seems like this tattoo artist is just, you know, giving this person the best advice they can. And like I said, I agree with everything that was said pretty much in the previous TikTok. But I will definitely say it's got nothing to do with the fact that this tattoo artist can't do fine line, small, intricate detailed tattoos. Some tattoo artists will just not do it because they know they will look like garbage in a few years' time. It's as simple as that. And you cannot come at me and say, well, I've seen one of those tattoos healed. You know, I've seen a picture of those tattoos healed for like 2-3 months, a year, 2 years, and it still looks fine. 2 years is nothing in comparison to someone's whole life. Okay, please and thank you, don't come at me with that unless you can show me a picture of these incredibly small fine lined tattoos, you know, whether it's a tiny little script or a tiny, you know, very high detailed tattoo that's been healed for like 10, 15, 20 years and it still looks immaculate, it still looks like it does the day it was done, then I don't want to hear it, because I still, to this day, after requesting and scouring the internet, have not seen anything like that. Not even with traditional realism, black work, like all tattoos change over time. But the ones that are the most noticeable are the smaller ones, because there's so much room there to notice every little mistake, okay? Because they're so detailed and precise that as soon as something starts happening with them, when they start aging, blurring out, it's so incredibly noticeable. It's just facts. It's science. It's not me hating on a certain type of style. It's, I don't know what else to say. It's science. It's facts. Okay, I'm going to react to one more for this video. Oh, that's cool. Why the fuck not? Abso-freaking-lutely. I like that. And the thing is, you can kind of still read it when it's like separated, when the knee is not joined, if that makes sense. Like when the knee isn't bent. You can still kind of see what it's saying. And I love the font style as well. It's really like wavy. I like this. Okay, my darlings, so that is it for today's video, and this ends my 5-day streak of Tattoo Enthusiast reacts to tattoo TikToks. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me over this spooky season. I appreciate you all so, so much. I hope you have a great Halloween, or you had a great Halloween whenever you may be watching this. And until my next video, bye!